Make it count.
So Khepri smoke and go. Both inside.
Yep.
That's my pre-fire.
Yeah, nice shot. Nice shot. What the fuck are you doing? What the?
I had walls. Like, it's obvious.
Oh. Nice hacks, kid.
I decided to show gameplay first in this video because if I showed you my character stats, there would already be 5 comments in the comment section saying this build isn't competitive, you don't have 10 recovery. But just hold that thought for a second while I explain the build. This is built around Khepri's Sting and the Bottom Tree Night Stalker, Vanish, and Smoke. Notice that it says Heart of the Pack grants weapon haste, increases mobility, recovery, and resilience. All for using the smoke to make myself invisible. Sure, I could use Middle Tree with corrosive smoke and still have a better super, but I'd rather take advantage of the invisibility for flanks on the enemy team with the perfect vision that Khepri's Sting gives, because Khepri's Sting grants wall hacks for standing in your smoke for about 2 seconds. And since I'm playing bottom tree, it makes me invisible and boost my stats on top of that. So it's really the whole package. And the best part is, I can give invisibility to my whole team. Now on the subject of which class ability to use, you might be tempted to go for Gambler's Dodge because it makes sense, right? You're near an opponent, you dodge, you get your entire melee ability back. Sounds a lot better than just dodging to reload. But what if I told you that the Outreach perk on the cloak made it so that you pretty much have the smoke up as much as you need it in the pace of an elimination game mode? I'm also using Radiant Light simply for the plus 20 strength, but notice that it makes my teammates charge with light for simply using my super. While 37 seconds sounds like a long cooldown for an invisibility smoke, it's not as bad because of that Outreach perk. As for what armor perks I'm running, starting at the top on the helmet, just go for a targeting perk for your special weapon, and if you use something that doesn't need targeting like a grenade launcher, just go for hand cannon targeting. For the chest piece, I go for Powerful Friends, and then just throw any arc mod I can to get the Powerful Friends bonus, which gives me plus 20 mobility. No matter what character I play from now on, I want to keep my mobility around 6 with traction, which is actually 7, and if I use a lightweight weapon, it'll feel like 8 or 9. So in other words, this min-maxes my stats the best they can. I have the minimal amount of mobility to take advantage of quick dodge cooldowns. That's really the theme of this build, is min-maxing, getting the minimal stat for the maximum gain, and then I can throw all those extra stats that I would have spent on 10 mobility, 6 resilience, and 10 recovery, and throw them somewhere else, like on strength or intellect. 5 resilience is pretty much the minimum that you'll ever see me run, because 5 resilience is needed to survive a high impact sniper body shot when standing in an empowering rift or getting some sort of easy damage booster, like inertia override, like Lumina, etc. The number I shoot for is 6 or 7 because 6 starts to affect Thorn, and 7 just universally has a lot of counter. It can counter some pulse rifle archetypes, and it can counter some shotgun pellet, hand cannon, damage drop-off combinations, so that your hand cannon feels like it has more range than someone else, simply because your guardian has more health. For the low cost of just using my smoke grenade, which I want to do anyway for the wall hacks, I can boost my resilience up a little bit and start surviving things that I normally would have survived with 6 or 7 anyway. So yeah, person in the comment section, I think I'll be just fine with 7 recovery. And I was thinking of taking it even lower in a future iteration of this build if I'm ever lucky with armor. On that subject, the God Rule stat distribution, in my opinion, for a Khepri Sting would be starting off with low discipline, since the bottom tree Way of the Pathfinder, that's bottom tree Night Stalker, has perks that can cool down the grenade for making your teammates invisible. You could also use momentum transfer on gauntlets so that your melee ability refills your grenade a little bit. Keep in mind that your smoke does major damage because of the Khepri Sting. So even though you are using an invisibility smoke, you can still use it offensively to hit major damage to your opponent. And yeah, it has come up sometime in competitive matches where I realistically have to use my invisibility smoke to slow down and act as a area denier to my opponent. The next stat distribution that I would value on Khepri Sting is high recovery or high intellect, since these cost the most in terms of your armor energy. So recovery costs 4 and intellect costs 5, whereas all of the other cooldowns, mobility, resilience, grenade, strength, they cost 3. So if you want a more min-maxy build, it's always best to have high recovery and high intellect on those stat distributions. If I was blessed with the fabled low discipline, high recovery one, I might be able to run this build with 10 recovery, which means it opens up the floodgates for me running the middle tree Way of the Wraith instead of the bottom tree Way of the Pathfinder. And Way of the Wraith realistically plays a lot better against human opponents, but against cheaters, the rampant amount of cheaters you run into, I find that bottom tree plays a lot nicer because Spectral Blades, as good as it is, still gets domed out of its super like no other. I'm about to hit you with a very useful organization tip. Because of sunsetting, I started a Season 11 build folder and a 1360 power folder, where it shows me exactly what build I'm running with how I achieved that build, specifically what armor piece I run and what mod I use on that armor piece. Because of sunsetting, I'm usually a fan of neutral builds that could be used across the entire game instead of something like this Khepri's build that I'm showing you that's very specific to elimination and competitive game modes. However, this build is so good that I think it is worth going into specifics for. Obviously, I can't run anything other than a Night Stalker because I need the smoke, so no Arc Strider, no Gunslinger, and I'm okay with that because this build is that good. But I also have a Frosty build that I call the Super Suit. So in the same way that Khepri's breaks up passive play by giving you an opportunity to flank off the radar and have perfect information to relay to your team, the Super Suit means that if your opponent doesn't move, you can just keep running into the wall to dodge, get your super early, and then push with your super because you have it. I'm not joking here, you can get your super once per round in trials. So anyhow, I say all this because in future videos, if you keep seeing the same build from me over and over again, that's because of sunsetting, I have chosen this to be my main build. When I play Destiny, I like to keep my characters feeling the same so that it's easier to transition from playing Hunter to Warlock to Titan. I like their mobility to feel the same, and I like their recovery to feel somewhat similar, so I have a good internal timer of when I should start peeking opponents. It's always nice to have the same slide distance across all my characters and the same short hop distance. So naturally when I heard about sunsetting, I said, you know what, I'm making one neutral build on each of my Hunter, Titan, and Warlock, specifically a speed boot build. So on my Hunter, I would use Stompies, on my Warlock, I would use Transversive Steps, and on my Titan, I would use Dune Marchers. And no one's going to argue, those are top tier options. However, this Khepri Sting build is so good that I completely threw that plan out the window. Hunter, I now play Khepri Sting or Super Suit, and if I maybe get a good exotic from Grandmaster Nightfalls in the future, that could change. But the point is, I am not running speed boots because I do not want to get used to having them. So that means I'm going to need to get creative on my Warlock and Titan. I already know exactly what I want to run on my Titan, but I don't quite have the exotic with the distribution yet, so I really just have to wait until I'm lucky in a Grandmaster Nightfall, which absolutely sucks. That's the worst aspect of Destiny right there. But on my Warlock, I have really no idea what I want to run. So let me know in the comment section if you have any crazy Warlock builds that are working for you this season, and I might give them a try and see if I want to fully invest in maxing out those builds. Back on subject though, let's talk about the weapons that are used in this build. The real strength of Khepri Sting lies in the sniper rifle, and for that I'm using the Supremacy with Snapshot and Kill Clip. It also has very high handling. Ideally, I want to pick up a kill, slide over ammo, and then Marksman's Dodge for Kill Clip to activate, which then enables double body shotting. For Nation of Beasts, kind of the same idea. I use opening shot and kill clip, and again, because I'm running marksman's dodge instead of gambler's, I can delay that kill clip activation for as long as possible, which means the uptime on the perk lasts as long as possible. And in an elimination game mode, that makes all the difference in the world. Now to combat sunsetting, the Supremacy is perfectly fine. It's 1360 power, so it will last quite a while. For energy snipers, I don't really have an equivalent. The Omniscient Eye that comes from the Garden of Salvation raid has the exact same zoom and can get the exact same handling and the exact same snapshot as the Supremacy. So that's the ideal sniper that I'm looking for. However, it's been about 20 weeks. Not kidding. And I've gotten one Omniscient Eye. And it didn't even have snapshot. Okay. I know. I released the Omniscient Eye back into the wild way back when I hit that crazy clip 3 months ago. And I've been running the Guardian of Salvation ever since and haven't gotten anything equivalent. I'm sure whatever Guardian got my Omniscient Eye is enjoying it, getting triple downs all the time, just enjoying himself. And I don't even think it was that good of a role that I had. I'm just asking for snapshot, and I can't even get that. And Bungie has the audacity to make all the other raids in the game farmable, meaning you can run the encounter as many times as you want and get loot drops. Meanwhile, in the Garden of Salvation, you're limited to 1 per character per week, so 3 times total. Look, at the time when I deleted it, Omniscient Eye was the worst sniper rifle in the game, so I didn't feel bad, it was just an extra vault space. But then sunsetting was announced, and then a sniper rifle zoom change was announced to be planned for the future. So acquiring a low zoom scope that is identical in both the kinetic and energy slot was my top priority. And I just haven't hit that goal. And the reason that it's my top priority is because I really like using The Last Word, and I really like using Tommy's Matchbook, and I want the handling and aim across both those weapon combos to be identical. There is no better feeling in Destiny than pulling out The Last Word in Rumble now and having people rage switch to it because they remember how OP it used to be, and then they just absolutely suck with it. It's hilarious. It fuels me. For all the negative criticisms I've talked about in terms of Destiny, The Last Word balancing has completely changed the game for me. It has enabled me to play Rumble and not hate it. Of course, there's a different problem now. Cheaters. But yeah, as far as the weapons go, they created a weapon that, in the hands of somebody who knows what they're doing, it's the best weapon in the game. Of course, strictly speaking, primary weapons. Obviously, I still think sniper rifles and mountaintop are out of control and need to be tuned back a lot. But now we have the problem of cheaters with sniper rifles. And back to this Khepri build, it enables you to get some team play going that can counter perfect aim. And I think it's hilarious. In fact, my teammate Sides has posted a video of his point of view, which I think is the more useful point of view here, of a match against cheaters, and listen to the callouts in that match and how we as a team choose our engagements to beat somebody that literally has a program aim for them. Sorry for being kind of all over the place in the video, but I haven't posted as much as I should, so I'm trying to just weave in whatever relevant topic I can when it naturally comes up. The last thing to talk about for this Khepri video is, of course, the alternate special weapons. Obviously, a sniper rifle is the most powerful, but I do think there's some untapped potential with grenade launchers, and obviously the Chaperone is a menace. So try them out, and remember, Mountaintop is going away, at least in power level enabled playlists, so start learning the other tube launchers. For the rest of the video, please enjoy this competitive match where I use the aim assist stick, also known as the Beloved, to show the full potential of Khepri's Sting. In future videos, for the rest of the week, I'll probably be talking about the Xbox games reveal, because they talked about Halo Infinite, Destiny 2 New Light, and most importantly, at least to me, Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis, which is a graphical overhaul of the 2012 Japanese game Phantasy Star Online 2, which, by the way, was the series that got me into Destiny in the first place. It's an action RPG MMO that has a similar world and loot/ritual structure of Destiny 2. It's comparable to a lot of games because it broke a lot of ground. It's the grandfather of the console MMO, coming out in the Dreamcast, having online capabilities that far back in the day. So as you can imagine, A graphical overhaul that takes a game from 2012 style graphics into 2020 style graphics on top of already being my favorite game is a fucking bombshell, and I'm elated. This is the best news I heard all year. So real quick, if you're even semi-interested in PSO2, check out the video in the description, which is my overview of the game, which I think I did an excellent job of breaking down what exactly the game is, and setting you up to ask the right questions on where to go next. Quick timeline of events. Back in February, the closed beta for Phantasy Star Online 2 opened in North America. This is the first time the game has been available in North America since the launch of Phantasy Star Online 2 back in 2012. At some point in April, the game moved from open beta to a fully fledged release, and the difference between North America and the Japanese server is that the Japanese server has the most up-to-date version of the game, and North America is sort of taking us through a time machine and accelerated journey over the last 8 years of content in a 1-year span by seemingly cranking up the generosity of drops and the damage and potency of our characters, so even if you play this pretty casually, you can still experience the time machine journey of Phantasy Star Online 2, so that by the time this graphical overhaul drops in 2021, you're up to speed, you understand the world and how we got there, and you can experience the new stuff with everyone else. The thing is, I don't even just play the North American server anymore. I started a Japanese account just to experience the current balancing and sandbox of modern PSO2 just for fun and to expand my friend group. And I've met so many wonderful people in Japan and have been having a blast. So again, if you're even remotely interested in this, please check out my overview video and now enjoy the aim assist stick gameplay.
He's at their court.
Okay.
Red court. Not court, sorry. He's outside a bunker.
Wait
Yeah,
for
he's
him
in
to
their
jump.
court now.
1 minute left.
He's like right here on the fin. If you see where I am, on the other side of the fin.
Oh, I see him. Yeah. I'm gonna make
He's
a
on
move
the
for
other
power
side
then.
of the fin.
I immediately got down.
I called that out.
Yeah. I mean, I thought
I
I
have
was
Weeb Launcher. Go!
Oh, he's up top.
I need a hunter like
What were you saying before the match started?
I have Khepris, so I'm taking the challenge.
Oh, I
There you go.
meant when we were facing these guys.
you have a lead. Keep it.
No, I don't know.
I mean, anyway. I just didn't know what was being said, if that was important.
No, it wasn't. Oh, sides! Holy.
I'm a quick play streamer, dude. I have to hit those shots. Oh no! I knew it was gonna happen, dude.
Left. Enemy team has no reserves left.
Not with you, Drew. Almost, though.
I was concerned. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's why we have fire.
I have some damage in. Big damage.
I'm holding the spawn.
Enemy left.
He's in their office. You know what I mean. I missed, dude. I suck butt.
Nope, you got a melee on me.
One forward.
Good pick.
Ooh, I head shooted him.
All opponents.
I need this.
Yeah, I have one anyway.
Hell yeah, brother. That was weird, Drew. Why'd you spawn exactly where you died?
Stay
The
I
hell?
don't know.
I'm not taking the challenge. They're not doing it anymore. No doubt. They've lost that too
No
many
way.
times.
Yeah, no way. They're doing it.
One's about to peek the windows.
He's on the chopper. I'm gonna get dived in mid. I'm out, brother. Oh, never mind.
I got walls.
Let
I'm gonna.
them
Oh,
come.
okay.
Me too.
Their court. Their court.
I'm turning back around for blue spawn.
Good job. Here,
I got one
I'm gonna
half.
lift you. Oh, that was a good shot. I missed everything there.
Enemy team is out of lives. Topple them.
Ooh, that was almost dangerous.
I love how Bannerfall just turns into a beloved snipe fest.
It really does.
Just shows the nature of the map.
Okay.
Their office, blue window. I got
I'm
him.
about to grab Weeb Launcher. I'm going 6-it. Let's
I'm
go.
bodied. I'm bodied. I'm bodied.
Enemy is out of second
He's weak though.
Oh no.
You got him above you to your left now. Good.
Yep.
You can chill. You can chill. He's gonna blink at you, but we're good.
Either team
Drew and I are on the way.
lives.
Nice.
Show no
Where's he at?
I didn't flick hard enough. I needed like a 1-frame flick to be able to hit the Weeb Launcher that way. Oh, I wanted the no scope.
Team annihilated.
We did it, boys.
I haven't used Beloved in a while. I forgot how free this thing was.
Yep.
So it's actually not the gun. It's just me. I need to go develop an ego now.
Yeah, you're crazy, dude. You're nuts.
Oh, he's lagging, bro. I'm so upset
Oh,
about
that was super clever. He went inside.
Oh, is that what the kids are calling it now? Clever. Aw, man, I fucking played myself. I bonked my head when I went to blink up, and it made me get die.
I don't have
smoked.
snipe. Give me a sec. I'm swapping to poles.
Enemy
I
team
hit the
is
guy.
out of
Okay, you
lives.
got it.
Topple them.
I don't have shots yet. I kind of do. Okay, I see you have it under control.
You think I can long shot someone with tether? I bet I can.
One opponent
Yeah.
standing.
He's still in the back. All right, I'm gonna try it. Trick shot
Go
tether.
for it. 360.
Yeah.
In with the 3 city.
No, it was not there. Oh, he's actually fighting though. I thought he was AFK. Hey, I'm set. I'm sorry.
Watch the shit. Watch the shit. Watch the shit. Oh, it was close, dude.
I'm letting you take it. There you go.
It was
Enemy
close.
is out of
Yeah, I
The
hit
bullet-
the
the bullet trailed
corner
right
right there. I
past
didn't
him.
have enough velocity.
All